Welcome back to the economics class of plus 2 standard as we were working with lesson number 5, supply and elasticity of supply. In this chapter we have already discussed meaning of supply, difference between supply and stock, factors affecting supply, supply function, law of supply, change in supply, elasticity of supply, causes that lead to change in supply, price elasticity of supply with percentage method and geometric method. Today we will discuss the types of elasticity of supply and factors influencing the elasticity of supply. Students, there are different commodities in the market. As you know that there are number of eatables, snacks, shoes, dresses, fruits, cars, washing machines, AC, furniture and number of other things are there in the market that are used by the consumers. And the consumer is a person who is using the things to satisfy their wants. These commodities are supplied by the supplier. Supply or intended supply refers to the quantity of a commodity offered for sale at different prices during a given time period. Supply of a commodity is influenced by a number of factors like price of a commodity like laptop of Dell company, and the price of other commodities like bags, mouse, lead, etc. So the price of the related commodities like laptop of Asus, these are known as the determinants of supply. By putting together the various determinants, we construct the supply function. As the price of the commodity like toothpaste, Colgate will rise, the supply of that commodity means Colgate will also rise. The quantity supplied bears a direct relationship to the price of a commodity. This is what the law of supply states. Elasticity of supply is the responsiveness of quantity supplied to a change in the price of a commodity. Let us discuss some important key terms related to the topic. First one is perfectly inelastic, perfectly elastic, market period or very short period, very long run or secular period. First one is perfectly inelastic supply. In case of agricultural products, goods having social distinction, goods for auction, etc., supply is perfectly inelastic for these commodities. So the supply is said to be perfectly inelastic when quantity remains the same with the change in the price, like the price per unit, that is 2 rupees, and the quantity supplied at 2 rupees, it is 20 units. And when the price increased from 2 to 3 rupees, the quantity supplied remains the same, that is 20 units. So from here we can say that with the change in the price, the quantity remains the same, and this is the case of perfectly inelastic supply curve. And it happens in case of social distinctions and the goods for auction and the old coins also. You can take the example. On the x-axis we are measuring quantity and on the y-axis we are measuring price of a commodity. With the change in the price from rupees 2 to 3, what happens? The supply remains the same, that is 20 units, OQ level. And when we will join all these points, we will get a upward sloping straight line parallel to the y-axis, start from x-intercept. This is known as perfectly inelastic supply curve, means quantity remains the same with the change in prices. And in this elasticity it is equals to 0. Elasticity of supply means no changes in supply with the change in price. Now next one is inelastic or less than unit elastic. In this table, the producer would like to take the advantage of the increase in the price, but his capacity to produce the gears, it is limited. When the price increased from per unit 1000 to 2000, the quantity supplied also increased from 2 to 3. Now here you can say that we know the formula of elasticity, that is delta P upon delta Q. Here delta q upon delta p multiplied by p upon q. Here delta q it is 1, as 3 minus 2 it is equals to 1, that is the change in quantity supplied. So delta q we have filled the value here 1, and delta p 2000 minus 1000, that is 1000, that is change in price. And the original price it is also p 1000 we have filled here, and divided by the original quantity, that is 2, divided by 2. After simplification we will get the answer, it is equals to 5.5. Now it implies that 1% increase in the price result in 0.5% increase in the supply. So inelastic or less than unit elastic means the percentage change in quantity supplied is less than the percentage change in price. From the graph you can see that on the x-axis we have measured the quantity, and on the y-axis we have measured the price. When the price was rupees 1000, the quantity supplied it is equals to 2 points, and with the increase in price from 1000 to 2000, the quantity supplied it is 3 points. And after joining these points we will get a upward sloping supply curve, which is showing that elasticity it is less than unity. Next one is unit elastic supply. Supply of a commodity like garments is said to be unit elastic if the percentage change in quantity supplied equals to the percentage change in price. From the table you can see that this is a table for the supply schedule of the garments. Price per unit, that is 50, and the quantity supplied at this price it is 100 units. And when the price per unit increased from 50 to 75, quantity supplied also increased from 100 to 150. Now from here again we will apply the formula, that is delta q upon delta p multiplied by p upon q. Here delta q it is 50. 150 minus 100 will give you 50, and delta p 75 minus 50 will give you 25, multiplied by p upon q. P it is 50, we have filled the value here 50 for p, and the quantity, that is q, it is equals to 100, fill it here. Now after calculation you will get it is equals to 1. So 1 elasticity of supply it is equals to 1 means percentage change in the quantity supplied it is equals to the percentage change in its price. So unit elastic supply curve. Now next one is more than unit elastic. More than unit elastic means the supply of a commodity it is more than unit elastic if the percentage change in the quantity supplied it exceeds the percentage change in price. Here we can say that elasticity of supply it is greater than 1. We have taken the supply schedule for the tea. Price per kg it is 30 and the quantity supplied it is 100 packets. And when the price increased from 30 kg to 40 kg, quantity supplied also increased from 100 to 200. Now again we will apply the formula for delta q upon delta p multiplied by p upon q. Here delta q it is 200 minus 100 will give you 100, and delta p it is 40 minus 30 will give you 10, multiplied by 30, that is p upon q, that is 100. 30 upon 100. After calculation you will get the value it is equals to 3. So elasticity of supply it is equals to 3 means it is more than unit elastic, and the shape of the supply curve it is flatter in this case when the elasticity of supply it is greater than 1. Next one is different types of elasticity of supply. Serial number we have given here in the first column, and in the second column elasticity coefficient it is given. Now next one is terminology, what we call all these points. Now next one is description about the points. First one is when the elasticity it is equals to 0. Elasticity it is equals to 0 means that perfectly inelastic supply curve. Perfectly inelastic supply curve it happens in case of the old coins or the goods for auction or any distinction it is there. Now how we can describe it? Quantity supplied does not change with the change in its price. Price remains the same, but price will change, but the quantity supplied remains the same. Now next one is when the elasticity it is less than 1. elasticity of supply, it is less than 1 means it is less than unit elastic. So description, it is quantity supplied changes by a smaller percentage than the change in price. Then now next one is elasticity, it is equals to 1 means unit elastic. Quantity supplied changes in the same proportion as the price means the change in quantity supplied, it is equals to the change in the price of the commodity. When the elasticity of supply, it is greater than 1, more than unit elastic, quantity supplied changes by a larger percentage than the price means little bit changes in price will increase the quantity supplied. Now elasticity, it is equals to infinity means perfectly elastic supply curve. In this, price remains the same and the supply can be changed up to any extent. Now next one is kinds of elasticity of supply. Perfectly elastic supply curve. We have taken the schedule. Price, it is remains the same, that is 3, but the quantity supplied, it will increase from 2 to 5. Supply of a commodity is said to be perfectly elastic when the supply of a commodity may increase or decrease up to any extent irrespective to any change in its price. It happens in case of vegetables. Elasticity of supply, it is infinity. Now here we have drawn on the x-axis we have measured the quantity and on the y-axis we have measured price. We have taken the price here 40, it remains constant, but quantity supplied can change up to any extent, and this price line shows that elasticity of supply can be infinity up to any extent. It's not measurable. Now next one is, from this table we have done the calculations. Delta Q, that is 5 minus 2, 3, we have filled the value here 3. Delta P, it is 0, 3 minus 3, it is equals to 0, multiplied by 3 upon 2. Now after calculation you will get 9 upon 0 means it is equals to infinity. Next one is cost of production. The factors determining the elasticity of supply. First one is cost of production. Suppose firstly the supply of tractors in Mahindra and Mahindra per day was 500 tractors at a cost of rupees 5 lakhs each, but now the prices of each tractor increased from rupees 5 lakhs to rupees 5 lakh 5,000, but the producer is not ready to increase the supply of tractors at increased prices because of increased wages, increased prices of raw material and rent. Next one is, so if an additional unit of a commodity is produced at a higher cost, the producer will not raise the supply even if the price rises. In such a situation, supply will be inelastic and vice versa. Next one is change in future price. As we know that in rainy days, the demand for umbrellas and gumshoes increase and their prices also rise. So the producer will supply less of these products at present so that he can earn more in future. So if the producer expects a rise in price in the future of a commodity, then they will reduce the present supply. The supply would inelastic and vice versa. For example, woolen clothes in peak season, jewelry in marriage season, sweets in festivals, etc. Now next one is nature of a commodity. Supply of non-durable goods like green leafy vegetables, fish, milk and milk products, etc. have inelastic supply because these things cannot be stored for a long time period. In the same way, furniture, clocks, television set, LCD, pulses, grams, etc. have elastic supply because these are durable goods. Next one is perishable commodities have inelastic supply because their supply cannot be raised or curtailed according to the changes in their prices. Durable commodities like furniture, LCD, AC, stationery have elastic supply. Next point is scale of production. Goods produced on a small scale have inelastic supply, that is less than unit elastic, because the producer having limited capacity like machines and vice versa. Next point is time element. In the period of 5 years, Reliance Industry can increase the supply of silk yarn by substituting the factors of production, but it is very difficult to increase the supply of silk yarn in a period of 1 week or few days. So longer the period, more elastic the supply of a commodity. It is so because the supply of a commodity can easily be raised or curtailed in the long run. Next one is shorter period makes the supply perfectly inelastic, means price will fluctuate and supply remains the same. Technique of production. When advanced technology is adopted or capital intensive technique is used, the supply of a product tends to be more elastic, and with labor intensive technique supply is less elastic. Size of the firm and the number of products produced. When the big firms produce a variety of products, they can easily transfer the resources from one product to the other, so that the supply may become more elastic. Next point is natural factors like climate, monsoon, etc. affect the supply of agricultural products. The supply of these goods is inelastic because the natural factors are beyond the control of manpower. Next one is government policy. If heavy excise taxes are imposed on a commodity, it will discourage producers, and as a result what happen, its supply will decrease. It is because excise duty is levied on the total cost of production. In this way, the firm's total variable cost, that is labor for wages and land for rent, will increase, which raises the marginal cost, means additional cost curve. Next one is marginal cost curve will shift to the left and the supply curve will also shift to the left. Next one is nature of production. By the very nature of production, certain goods like artwork, painting are inelastic. Percentage change in the supply is smaller than the percentage change in price. Next one is mobility of factors. Mobility of laborers from Bihar to Amritsar is a difficult task. Sometimes laborers are reluctant to mobile, and high elasticity of supply will be there. Bringing of sugarcane from UP to Amritsar. So in those industries where there is a high degree of mobility of factors of production, supply will be more elastic. More elastic means percentage change in supply is greater than the percentage change in price. Next one is immobility of factors causes inelasticity. Percentage change in supply is smaller than the percentage change in price. So the change in supply is smaller of supply. Now next one is time and supply. Let's say there's a sudden increase in the demand and price for umbrellas in an unexpected rainy season. Suppliers may simply accommodate demand for using their production equipment more intensively. If, however, there is a climate change and the population will need umbrellas all the year round, the change in the demand and price will be expected to be long term. Suppliers will have to change their equipment and production facilities in order to meet the long term level of demand. Next one is elasticity of supply and time period. Firstly, we will discuss the elasticity of supply in a very short period. Very short time period, it is also known as market period. A producer cannot respond to a change in the market condition in a very short period, and supply is perfectly inelastic. For example, sudden strike by buses will push the commuters to look for autos. The supply of autos cannot be increased immediately, and their supply is very short period is perfectly inelastic. From the diagram you can see the supply curve, it is parallel to y-axis. There is no change in quantity supplied, but price will fluctuate in a very short time period, or you can say that market period. So this type of supply curve, it is known as perfectly inelastic supply curve. Next one is short run. In the short run, the quantity of fixed inputs cannot be increased. Supply of a commodity can be increased by making the use of larger quantity of variable inputs. Supply is less than unit elastic. If the strike by buses continued, auto drivers will put in extra shift. Some new drivers may join and drive the autos in extra hours. So in this case, the shape of the supply curve will be upward sloping from the x-intercept, showing that it is less than unit elastic supply. Now next one is long run. In the long run, quantity of all the inputs like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur can be increased. There is no distinction between fixed and variable inputs in the long run because plenty of time it is there with the firms. The supply curve is more than unit elastic. Starting from the y-intercept, supply curve will slope upward. If the trend for increasing demand for autos keep on going, new autos will be added on the road, the supply will become highly elastic. Next one is very long run or secular run. The other name of very long run period, it is secular run. The elasticity can be adjusted. The supply can be adjusted to the market requirements. That is, we can increase the production of autos by setting up of more plants and machinery, and can hire more laborers. We can change the technology also for more production as we are having plenty of time. So in the long run, the supply will become perfectly elastic. In the diagram you can see that the shape of the supply curve, it is parallel to the x-axis, means price remains the same and quantity supplied can be changed up to any extent. Next one is the suppliers are trying to produce more goods which they hope to sell to increase profits, but those consuming the goods will find the product less attractive and purchase less because the price is too high. So excess supply means when the price is set too high, and excess supply will be created within the economy and there will be allocative inefficiency. In the diagram you can see that at price P1, the quantity of goods that the producer wish to supply, it is indicated by Q2, and at price P1, the quantity that the consumers want to consume, it is at Q1, a quantity much less than Q2. See the gap, means this much of supply it is extra. This much of supply it is extra because Q2 is greater than Q1. Too much is being produced and too little it is being consumed. Next one is factors determining elasticity of supply. Availability of raw materials. For example, availability may cap the amount of gold that can be produced in a country regardless of price. Likewise, the price of paintings is unlikely to affect their supply. Next one is excess supply. A producer who has unused capacity can and will quickly respond to the price changes in his market, assuming that available factors are readily available. Variable factors are readily available. Next one is length and complexity of production. Much depends on the complexity of the production process. Textile production is relatively simple. The labor is largely unskilled and production facilities are little, more than buildings. No special structures are needed. Next one is thus the price elasticity of supply for textile, it is elastic. On the other hand, if the price elasticity of the supply for the specific type of motor vehicles is relatively inelastic. Auto manufacture is a multi-stage process that requires specialized equipment, skilled labor, a large suppliers network and large research and development cost. Next one is time to respond. The more time a producer has to respond to price changes, the more elastic the supply. For example, a cotton farmer cannot immediately, means in a very short time period, respond to an increase in the price of soybean because of the time it would take to procure the necessary land. Supply is normally more elastic in the long run than in the short run for produced goods, since it is generally assumed that in the long run all factors of production, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur can be utilized to increase supply, whereas in the short run only labor can be increased, and even then changes may be prohibitively costly. Inventories. A producer who has a supply of goods or available storage capacity can quickly increase supply to market. Various research methods are used to calculate price elasticities in real life, including analysis of historic sales data, both public and private, and use of present day surveys of customers' preferences to build up test markets capable of modeling such changes. Alternatively, conjoint analysis, a ranking of users' preferences which can then be statistically analyzed, may be used. Now we will discuss some practical examples to understand the topic. First question is, what effect does a cost saving technical progress have on the supply curve? Answer is, a cost saving technical progress lowers the marginal cost, means if we will with the increased that is improved technology, if we will produce with the improved technology, our expenditure will be lesser and production will be more. So marginal cost will be lower at any given level of output. So as a result, what will happen? The supply curve will shift towards the right side. Our supply will be increased. Next one is, what effect does an increase in input price have on the supply curve? Answer is, an increase in the input price. Input price means increase in wage rate, interest and rent. Wage rate, that is wages given to the laborers, interest on the capital and rent for the land. If these inputs prices will be increased, then what will happen? Due to the increased cost of production, the supply curve will shift towards the left side. Next one is, what effect does an increase in excise tax rate have on the supply curve of the product? Answer is, as we know that excise tax is levied by the government on the production of goods and services in the firms. So an increase in excise tax rate would increase the marginal cost, means additional cost at any given level of output. So the supply curve shift towards the left, means supply will be lesser. Next question is, because of the cyclone in the coastal area, the sea level covers a lot of rice fields. This reduces the productivity of land. How will it affect the supply curve of that region? Answer is, the supply curve of rice will shift towards the left side, means supply will decrease because it is due to cyclone, it is destroyed. Now next one is, A new technique of production reduces the marginal cost of producing stainless steel. How will this affect the supply curve of stainless utensils? Marginal cost increases with the new technique of production. This will increase the profit margin of the producer, and the producer will produce more to earn more profit. So the supply curve of stainless steel utensils will shift to the right, means supply will increase. So this is all about the elasticity of supply. Hope you all have understood the topic. Now it's time to note down the homework. Our first question is define the price elasticity of supply. Next one is draw a supply curve for each of the following situations when the supply of elasticity of supply it is equals to 0. Second, it is when the elasticity of supply it is equals to infinity. Third one is when the elasticity of supply it is equals to 1. Next is when the elasticity of supply it is more than unity. And next is when the elasticity of supply it is less than unity. Second question is what will be the elasticity of supply in the following situations? Very short run, long run and very long run. Explain all these points with the help of diagrams. And students, please go through the links on the YouTube also for more clarity, and hope you all will complete these notes in your copy for better learning. Thank you for listening.